Good morning, welcome to the Daily News podcast. Today is August 23, 2026.
Canada is set to hit the U.S. with retaliatory tariffs on steel, electronics, and other goods after Washington rolled out new trade measures. This is a real escalation in a trade fight between two deeply connected economies, and it raises the risk of higher costs for manufacturers, political blowback on both sides of the border, and more uncertainty for North American supply chains.
And that's the part to watch, because once tariffs start bouncing back and forth, businesses feel it fast and consumers usually do too. Right, turning to Ukraine. Rescuers are digging through the wreckage of a shopping mall in Ukraine after a Russian strike killed 16 people and injured around 130, including children. President Zelensky called the attack despicable, and it's likely to sharpen international condemnation as hopes for any near-term peace deal keep fading, especially with Putin now rejecting proposals and warning Ukraine that more vulnerable sectors of its economy could be targeted.
Brutal story, and it reinforces how far away a negotiated end still looks. Moving to the Gulf now. Iran has warned neighboring countries not to join what it calls the U.S. economic war, saying states that align with pressure on Tehran could be treated as hostile. At the same time, Iran says some Iraqi oil tankers will be allowed through the Strait of Hormuz, which is a selective de-escalation, but also a reminder that Tehran still wants to keep leverage over one of the world's most important energy choke points.
So the message is basically pressure where it wants pressure, relief where it serves strategy. That keeps markets and governments guessing. In Sudan, more than 200,000 people have been newly displaced in the Kordofan region as fighting intensifies. It's another grim marker in what is already one of the world's worst humanitarian crises, with civilian protection collapsing and international efforts still failing to get ahead of the violence.
That crisis gets far less attention than it deserves. On the business side, AI infrastructure is getting even more expensive. Some of NVIDIA's biggest customers are being told to expect AI server price hikes above 15% because memory chip costs are soaring. At the same time, a new report says hyperscalers are now spending roughly 102% of their cloud revenue on capital expenditures tied to AI build-out, which tells you just how intense this arms race has become. The big question is whether demand and profits will keep up with this level of spending.
That number is wild. It shows the AI boom is still full speed ahead, but investors are going to keep asking when all that spending turns into cleaner returns. Another big market story, reports say Anthropic's IPO could surpass SpaceX's record and become a blockbuster AI debut. If that happens, it won't just be a headline-grabbing listing, it could reset valuations across the AI sector and pour even more heat into the race to back the top model makers.
And that would probably ripple through every major tech portfolio in a hurry. Staying with tech policy now. OpenAI is backing stronger California AI safety legislation in a notable policy reversal, urging tougher rules around SB 53 after previously resisting the bill. That lands alongside a new study saying frontier AI labs still lack clear public plans for containing rogue or dangerous models, which adds pressure on the industry to prove it can move fast without losing control.
That's a meaningful shift, because when one of the biggest companies starts asking for stricter rules, it tells you the politics around AI governance are changing. And on consumer tech, Amazon is raising prices sharply on Echo, Fire TV, Kindle, and Aero devices, in some cases by as much as 60%, blaming higher memory and storage costs.
That's the kind of inflation people notice immediately. A smart speaker getting pricier is a small story until it starts showing up across the whole gadget aisle. Also getting attention today, the FTC is reportedly targeting companies that use consumer data for personalized pricing. Critics say charging different people different prices based on their data can be opaque and discriminatory. So this could become a major consumer protection fight over how algorithms shape online shopping.
And one more in entertainment, Take-Two and Rockstar are escalating their response to GTA 6 leaks, subpoenaing Microsoft and Discord for identifying information. That shows just how aggressively publishers are willing to pursue leakers when the stakes are this huge.
And to wrap up, Dave Bautista is reportedly set to play Kratos in Amazon's God of War series, which is a pretty headline-friendly bit of casting for a franchise with a massive built-in audience.
That's it for this morning. Thanks for listening.
We'll be back tomorrow with the biggest stories and what they mean. Have a great day.